like Rowdy Roddy Piper.
The Road Warriors.
Percy Pringle.
Hey, anything can happen every Wednesday night, Mike, and you know it.
Don West, strap on your seatbelt, brother. And it is time for the X Division title matchup. You see the challenger coming to the ring, Jason Cross, and here comes the champion. Of course, a representative of Vince Russo Sports Entertainment Extreme.
Led by Desire.
As in every man's desire, as Vince Russo named her back on December the 18th.
Some know her as Miss Sex. She goes by Desire.
Miss Sex? Where'd you come up with that one?
Hey. Jig Newton.
Jeremy Morash in the ring for the introductions of the competitors for this championship bout.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the world-famous TNA Asylum in Music City, USA, it's time for your NWA X Division Championship match of the evening. When the bell rings, the man in charge, NWA referee Mr. Andrew Thomas. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing first the challenger. Hailing from Macon, Georgia, and weighing in at 212 pounds, this is Jason Cross!
How impressive has this young man been in such a very short time, working himself into this challenging role.
And introducing his opponents. Being led to the ring by the lovely Miss Desire from the Isle of Samoa, weighing in at 242 pounds. He is the current, reigning, and defending NWA X Division champion of the world, Sonny Siaki.
Well, Sonny Siaki may have possession of that X Division championship belt. But Don, think back to the night that he won that title.
Yeah.
Then think back to the first title defense that he had back on December the 18th, and you know what the one common denominator was in both the title win and in his first title defense? Well, you just saw her walking around the ring. Yeah, she's Miss SEX, or Miss Sports Entertainment Extreme, as the graphic said. But real name Desire, every man's desire. And think of how she was involved both in Siaki's title win as well as in his initial title defense.
Absolutely. Siaki hasn't won clean, in my opinion, yet. And I'll tell you something, he's got him an incredible, crafty, young, aggressive opponent, Jason Cross, who's got one of the greatest finishing moves in the history of wrestling, not to mention the other weapons in his arsenal.
Right, and think of the weapons that Siaki brings to the ring, and if you really narrow it down to those finishing holds, could it be the crossfire of Jason Cross, or
Siaki?
Yeah, of Sonny Siaki.
Or we're going to see some kind of interference by every man's desire.
One thing to keep in mind here in NWA TNA, the National Wrestling Alliance does not allow the champion to protect his belt.
Right.
A reminder that if the champion loses a match via disqualification or via countout, he loses the title as well. A loss is a loss is a loss. Pretty simple.
Jason Cross was extending his hand. It's not going to happen. That's inexperience right there. That's not doing your homework on Sonny Siaki, because you know he wasn't going to accept that.
Rock Jason Cross in the corner with another right. Going to send him off diagonally. Cross able to avoid the contact and come out of the corner with a Hurricane Rana.
I'll tell you something, Mike. If people out there don't believe Jason Cross deserves this, he went into the 10-man gauntlet last show, the first man in, and he was the last man out. He went through all 9 opponents.
I think you could say the same about Amazing Red.
That's right.
Because both Jason Cross and Amazing Red started off in that 10-man gauntlet. Both survived the other 8 competitors, and it came down to Jason Cross winning a very hotly contested, very competitive match. Smart move by Cross that time. Takes the legs out from under Siaki. Sends him down to the floor. Look out.
Here it goes.
Up on top. Perched on the top.
Oh, This guy's got it all!
Twisting in midair, crashing down onto Sonny Siaki.
He's gonna need it all tonight, though, because no matter whether he has help or how Siaki does it, look at this again, Mike, look at this.
That's what the X Division is all about. The no limits action of NWA TNA.
But again, like I was gonna say, Mike, no matter how he does it, Siaki, one thing he does have is the craftiness.
Desire tried to hook the leg of Jason Cross. Cross is going to kick her off, and then, low blow by Siaki.
Oh, man.
Cross went for the springboard, and Siaki caught him with the low blow. The referee, Andrew Thomas, did not see it.
But I was still good to see Cross do that to Desire before she did something to cost him. Just to let her know if she wants to get her nose in this match, she can pay the price.
Siaki for the cover, and a 2 count. Well, obvious that when you see Desire come to the ring accompanying Siaki, it's pretty obvious at this point that she's not afraid to get physically involved.
Well, she's aligned herself with Russo's group. They know every dirty trick in the book.
Almost as if Russo lined her up to court Siaki.
Yeah.
Almost like a recruiting ploy.
It's almost like I don't feel like Siaki might even be bewitched by her. Believing everything that Russo promises to you.
Great mid-ring exchange before Siaki connects with the knee, and then Cross is able to get the boot up at the last split second.
I'll tell you something, though.
Uh-oh.
Oh, man, that's the brute force that Siaki has, the strength.
Cross comes charging out of the corner.
And nobody will argue his physical ability.
Siaki was ready. Siaki was prepared. Caught him with the overhead release suplex. Rolls him back in and hooks the leg. Gets 2.
Siaki's one of the few wrestlers in NWA TNA who has the ability and the size and the strength to not only be an X Division champion like he is, but he could also challenge a Jeff Jarrett for the NWA championship. He's got that kind of strength.
Great roll-up by Cross for a 2 count. Cross able to duck the clothesline. Going to try and measure him for an enziguri. Smart move by Siaki. Well, he avoided the first kick, but the jumping back kick was right on target, and he couldn't avoid that one.
I'll tell you something, this Cross is becoming a crowd favorite. I mean, he brings excitement to the table, and what's he gonna do now? Look at this! Oh,
Great shot into a flip!
Right on the rail!
And they crash into the steel guardrail.
Man, this Jason Cross has moved up faster than anybody I think I've seen in NWA TNA. And he's got a chance to walk.
Oh, did you see that move?
And she did it with force.
Every man's desire with the clothesline on Jason Cross.
Wicked clothesline.
Yeah, and again, think about it. Another match with Siaki, another title defense, and she's going to help him win the match again, apparently.
Well, he's not won it yet. Boy, I'll tell you what, she just took it out of him right there. Caught him blindside.
Now what does he have in mind? Looks like a catapult here after moving those steel ring steps out of the way. Oh no! Instead he twists him and sends him head and face first right into the steel steps.
Siaki made a claim a few shows back that he didn't want any more BS matches. He wanted nothing but title shots. He wanted title matches. Well, he got it. He got his title, and he's defending it here tonight.
And if you really think about it, and Siaki's MO, since the first time he really arrived here in NWA TNA, it's his lack of respect for the veterans like Jerry Lynn makes him a perfect candidate to join Russo and Sports Entertainment Extreme.
Same mindset. It's all about me.
Yeah, to the exclusion of everyone and anyone else, regardless of the fact that those people are pioneers that laid the groundwork for someone like Vince Russo to be active in professional wrestling today, and they have absolutely no respect for that.
Great counter by Jason Cross right there.
Bulldog off the counter, 2 count from referee Thomas.
I'll tell you what, this kid is impressive. And he's going to have to be, because Sonny is a veteran of NWA TNA. After winning the very first match that we ever started here.
Pump handle, followed by a pile driver, followed by a cover. Look at the nonchalance of the cover that time by Siaki.
Got his foot on the rope, though, Cross did.
Jason Cross still alive in this match. Look at that. Oh, he went for the Siaki, but it was stopped and blocked by Cross, who sent him off, and they crashed head first. Did Siaki and referee Andrew Thomas, who's down.
Oh, man. Beautiful. Setting him up, Mike. Here
Cross
it
takes
is.
him up. Could be time for the crossfire.
Oh, folks.
If you haven't seen this shooting star leg drop that he calls the crossfire, you're in for a treat if you can hit it. There it is. He got it.
Unbelievable. What a move.
Hit him.
Finish him off right here.
Referee Andrew Thomas is slow to recover. 1, 2.
Oh.
Look at this. Oh, Desire not only pulls Jason Cross off the pin, but then crotched him against the steel ring post. Roll up by Siaki.
Ah.
Damn it, I don't believe it.
Another cheap win. Another cheap win.